You know, we all think of the Tour de France for stage races, Paris-Roubaix, the Hell of the North for one-day races. But I think up here in Belgium, we may have our true golden nugget. I want to find out what makes the Tour of Flanders so beautiful, yet so difficult. And I think we can do so here. It's 8:15 in the morning. We're in the center of Antwerp amidst this rock festival atmosphere, and I hope to speak to the riders. Let's go.
This is one of the biggest bike races in the world. It's a really special feeling being here in Antwerp, and especially being on a team from this area, and yeah, I think I'm looking forward to the day.
It's one of my favorite races as well throughout the year, so it's always a day I look forward to.
And it's just a privilege to be here. This is the heart of cycling. We're in Flanders. It's a freaking long race up the hard hills. This is cobbles. This is Belgian cycling. This is incredible.
Yeah, it's a race like no other. They've said that many times this week. Yeah, super special race for everyone, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to experiencing it today.
So what are we looking at? 270 kilometers, around 168 miles. This race has been going on for 108 years. This is the 108th edition. It's truly a classic and indeed a monument. To get from here in Antwerp to the finish in Oudenaarde, where the winner will be crowned today, the riders have to cover many gnarly cobbled sectors, several steep climbs, many of those cobbled as well. It's going to be a tough day out.
Yeah, all the monuments I've done last season, this was definitely the hardest of them all. So I think, yeah, a lot of people, they think about Lombardia or Paris-Roubaix or these other one-day races. But from my experience, Flanders is always the hardest one of them all.
It's one of the hardest race, you know, everything, like the road and the riders, everything. It's always, yeah, it costs a lot, you know.
In these races, it's all about saving energy, but also being in position at the same time. So it's a thing I've struggled with the last few races here in Belgium, but hopefully I can figure it out today.
So hard, so big, so dramatic in all kind of ways, and 280 kilometers. I don't think you have to explain it. I mean, just have to soak it in and enjoy it.
This is a national holiday here in Belgium and indeed all around the cycling world. Up here in the northern part of Belgium, the Dutch-speaking region, well, they know how to embrace and celebrate cycling. Nowhere else in the world, I'm telling you, nowhere can you sit down, have a coffee or have a beer after a day of racing, and here at the table next to you, your average Joe or Jane discussing the race, but also discussing it well, talking about the little tactics and everything that went down the day before. Here, cycling is on another level.
Yeah, this region is one of the places where cycling was born, and you can feel that it's the biggest passion of the people, and so I think it's just going to be a really special atmosphere. And yeah, for Americans watching, I think I would say come see it for yourself.
The fans on the bergs and stuff, it controls the peloton sometimes. Sometimes you just hear the fans and it just seems like it just pushes everyone that 5% more, and everyone's just smashing up the hills. The louder the fans are, just the more you freaking smash the pedals. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, we're in Antwerp. It's a lovely place to start, but we're still a good 100k away from the climbs, and you already see the amount of people that come out just for the start. So yeah, it's Belgium does it best.
Eddie Merckx, Tom Boonen, even recently Peter Sagan, Tadej Pogacar, or the climbs of the Kwaremont, the Koppenberg. Up here in Belgium, these names are as common as the wind and beer. It's the parkours, the cyclist, the history of the Tour of Flanders that makes this race the race of legends.
I've definitely done everything I could to be here the way I am. So hopefully, my dream can be come true and be put up with those guys' names.
It's a big open for opportunities. Of course, there's the world champ Van der Poel, and a lot can happen. I mean, 270K is a long ways.
The atmosphere, the history behind it. So I watched it from start to finish last year when I was at home injured. So now to be here on the start line this year, if you win this race, you go down in the history books as one of the best in the world. So yeah, it's incredible.
And they're off, a race that's been run since 1913, past 2 world wars. It's a party, an annual festival, but oh so hard, especially if you want to be crowned the King of Flanders.